also opponents that have faced Fairfield. That would be Greenfield, McLean, and Ripley. So let's look at the Fairfield side of things. Fairfield having the opposite start to their season. They are 0-3 in shack play. That puts them in 4th place of Division II. They are 0-6 overall, averaging 35 points per game while allowing their opponents to score 51.7. So that is quite the opposite of Fayetteville. They have lost to West Union as well as Greenfield, McLean. Again, we talked about the like opponents: Adena, Georgetown, White Oak, and Ripley. So, again, back to the like opponents. Fayetteville defeated Greenfield, McLean 67-54. Fairly tight game there. They defeated Ripley without much problem, 74-30. Fairfield, on the other hand, came out on the short side to Greenfield, McLean. Again, a fairly close score, 46-32, and also losing to Ripley, 58-39. What's all that mean? Well, it just means on paper that Fayetteville is probably the preferred team in this game. But that's on paper. And there's a reason why we play the games, isn't there, Ryan?
Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
All right, let's start things off here with a look at the Fayetteville Lady Rockets roster, brought to you by Magulac Tire Service.
Yes, let's get right into them Lady Rockets. Ken, good to be here tonight. We're going to start off with the rosters. 5'6" junior, number 2, Lily Carlier. Number 4, Aubrey Barber. She's a 5'9" sophomore. Kara Rummel, she'll be wearing number 5. She's a 5'8" freshman. Number 10, Ava Baker. She's a 5'6" sophomore. Riley Kleemeyer, number 12. She's a senior. She's 5'10". 13, Ava Korsmeyer. She's a 5'9" freshman. A 5'5" junior, number 14, Scarlett Crawford. A 5'10" sophomore, number 22, Christina Murphy. A 5'7" sophomore, wearing number 24, Autumn Waddell. Number 32, Tegan Combs. She's a 5'11" freshman. And rounding out the roster, Lily Kaufman. She's a 5'9" senior. 2 seniors, 2 juniors, 4 sophomores, and 3 freshmen. 11 on this roster tonight, Ken. And
a young ball club.
Yes, they are. And the Fayetteville Rockets are coached by Tori Rummel, assisted by Russ Ward, Josh Rummel, Jason Barber, Megan Isles, Athletic Director Joby Stewart, the Principal Jim Herron, and Superintendent Tim Carrier.
All right, that's a look at the Fayetteville Lady Rockets. We'll take a quick break and be back to look at the Fairfield Lady Lions, the home team on the scoreboard, as we continue the Southern Hills Community Bank Tip-Off Show right after this on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
The Fairfield Athletic Boosters are proud to sponsor this coverage of the Fairfield Lions. The Athletic Boosters work hard behind the scenes to encourage their teams to do their best. The Lions understand this and are dedicated to doing just that. Congratulations! Your hard work and drive show through. Whether basketball, volleyball, baseball, or any other sport, the Fairfield Athletic Boosters say, good luck, Lions and Lady Lions.
Welcome to Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro, your local Chevrolet dealer for over 50 years. I am Steve Haig, owner, along with my twin daughters, Mindy and Mandy. We operate our family-owned business. We take care of our customers like friends and family. If you need a new Chevrolet or pre-owned vehicle, service, parts, or body shop, think of Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro. Proudly supporting the youth of our community. Stop in today for a great deal. Trade-ins welcome, financing available to qualified buyers.
The newest place for you to grab a coffee or other refreshing beverage is She Brews Coffee in Fayetteville. She Brews Coffee has a wide variety of hot and cold drinks and a refreshing Lotus drink menu featuring plant-based energy. Swing by for breakfast or grab a tasty panini, wrap, or salad during lunch. Follow their Facebook page at She Brews Coffee LLC. There you can check out their new menu and keep up with their specials. Go experience what everyone is raving over. She Brews Coffee in Fayetteville.
Let's continue with a look at the Magulac Tire Service rosters with a look at the home team, the Fairfield Lady Lions.
Yeah, Ken, wearing number 1 tonight. She's a 5'6" freshman, Paisley Stallhut. A 5'5" sophomore, Isabel Hale. A 5'7" freshman, Kelsey Crowder. A 5'8" junior, wearing number 5, Jaden Drury. Number 10, Riley Quickle. She is a 5'6" sophomore. A senior wearing number 11, Cassie Miller. A 5'9" sophomore, number 20, Vivian Henniger. A senior at 5'10", wearing number 21, Kelsey Clark. A freshman at 5'9", Addison Cannon. She'll be wearing number 23, and rounding out the roster, number 33, Mary Jackson. She's a 5'11" sophomore.
All right. Sorry, I was looking at your grades there a little bit. I think you might have been off on those, but anyway. Time for the anthem. We're back after this.
Barn & Cabin Friend in Leesburg, Ohio are your friends to call for anything concerning a barn or cabin. From inspections and consultations on antique structure restoration and relocation to custom timber framing and reclamation of old lumber materials. Barn & Cabin Friend also deal in new materials such as bulk pine barn siding and custom timber frame kits up to 20 by 20. Find the Barn & Cabin Friend on Facebook to check out their past projects. Call 937-668-9619 or visit barnandcabinfriend.com.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
The holidays. For many of us, they can be the happiest time of the year. But it's easy to get caught up in the craziness. As you scramble through your holiday list, don't forget the families who are struggling and the kids who don't have enough to eat. Your gift helps deliver food and resources to children and families who need them. So make a difference this year and put kids who need help on your holiday list. Giving feels good.
Welcome back courtside. Time to wrap up the Southern Hills Community Bank tip-off show. Let's look at the Maculak Tire Service starters. Ryan?
Yes, starting for Fayetteville tonight. Number 4, she's a 5'6" junior, Miss Lily Collier. A 5'9" sophomore, Aubrey Barber, wearing number 4. A 5'8" freshman, number 5, Carol Rummel. Riley Kleemeyer wears number 12. She is a 5'10" senior. Number 14, Scarlett Crawford. She's a 5'5" junior. Starting for the Lady Lions tonight, Ken. Number 2, Isabel Hale. She's a 5'5" sophomore. Number 10, Riley Quickle. She's a 5'6" junior. A senior, number 11 at 5'6", Cassie Miller. Vivian Henniger, number 20. She's a 5'9" sophomore. And starting tonight, a sophomore at 5'11", leading these Lady Lions in scoring, number 33, Mary Jackson. The Lady Lions are coached tonight by Coach Jennifer Blue, assistant Paige Griner, Cody Jewelrett, Jennifer Zenz, athletic director Jimmy Barnett, principal Steve Hackett, superintendent Kessa McCoy.
All right, I forgot. We ran out of time with Honoring America to get to the coaching staff and all that for the Fairfield Lady Lions. And we apologize if we had some of those heights and years wrong. Kelsey Clark, for instance, I know, is a senior, by the way. And unfortunately
can't be with us yet. Injured,
Yeah.
just heartfelt sympathies go out to her. But,
and, of course,
great kid, great player.
3 more folks out there on the floor. That's the officials.
Yes, the infamous John Berry, P.D. Seaman, and Mr. James Turner are going to call this one tonight for us.
All right, we are set and ready to go. Out there to tip it up will be Jackson against Kleemeyer. And Kleemeyer gets the tip. Ahead they go for a layup. Nice set play. Carlier gets the first 2 points of the basketball game for the Fayetteville Lady Rockets. With it out top for the Lady Lions is going to be Riley Quickle. She'll pass it left side to Hale. Back out to Quickle. Man-to-man defensive set for the Fayetteville Lady Rockets, and they get a steal. Coming up with it's going to be Rummel. She'll push it ahead all the way out to Barber. Barber across the lane. Good job there by the Lions getting back to disrupt the play. So the Lady Rockets will bring it out, and then driving back in and kicking it back out. A 2-point shot from the elbow off the hands of Barber is no good. Nice ball movement.
Yeah, good ball movement. Man-to-man by Leesburg that first time down the court.
On the other end, a 3-point shot by Riley Quickle is good. And that will give the Lady Lions their first lead of the ball game by 1, 3-2. Lady Rockets with it. Kleemeyer, she'll have it out top. Passes right side to Carlier. Carlier looking for the cutter. Instead goes out top to Crawford. Crawford drives the left side of the lane, has it tipped away. It'll end up out of bounds off the Lady Lions.
Some good-looking shoes out there on the court tonight, Ken. A lot of colors.
Oh, I hadn't noticed that. You're right. We've got about every color of the rainbow out there. Lady Rockets looking to inbound. Nice lob to Kleemeyer at the low block. Up and in. Well, the lead goes back to the Lady Rockets, 4-3. Stick with us for our Willie & Son Trucking post game. We'll talk to the winning coach and the ACRMC Family Medicine Coaches Comment Show. Lions with it, driving in. Now they kick it back out to Quickle for a 3. It's good. Wow. Lady Lions back on top by 2. What do we got? Somebody need a shoe tied or? Oh, I think they're going to talk about whether she was on the line or not. I thought it was probably just a 2.
Yeah.
They are going to correct it to a 2. All right, it still has the, that will still put the Lions on top, but it will be 5-4, a 1-point lead for the Fairfield Lady Lions. Yeah, I thought she had a foot on the line as well.
I thought they was going to want to see a little camera review there.
We could do that. Carlier with the basketball out top, feeds it right side to Rummel. Rummel looking inside. Fayetteville, a lot of patience on their offensive set. They have a lot of confidence. Undefeated team.
Nice pass.
That was a nice feed down underneath Carlier, but that shot was disrupted. I think Jackson got a piece of that, and it ends up in the hands of the Lady Lions. Missed opportunity there for the Lady Rockets. Quickle with it, left side. Kicks it out into the corner, and now dribbling out on the left side is Miller. Back to Quickle. Quickle penetrates inside, shot up, running shot, no good, but she tips the ball away from Kleemeyer out of bounds as she tried to steal it back from Kleemeyer.
Checking into the game is Miss Christina Murphy for Fayetteville. She's going to give Scarlett Crawford a little breather here.
We have football coming up on Friday. Oh, yeah, OU and Jacksonville State. We'll talk about that in a minute. As with the basketball, it's going to be the Lions. What happened there? For
little turnover, trying to get a little too forceful there on the entry pass. And
well, we're going to have another turnover.
Going to go right
as
back.
Fairfield's going to give it back to them as Jackson can't hang on to it. Had a nice drop step look at the basket underneath, but just lost the hands on it, and out of bounds it went. So the basketball goes back to the Lady Rockets. With it, Murphy goes left side. Is that Carlier for 2 or
Yes,
for
it
3?
is.
It was no good, and on a long rebound, it's saved back in bounds. I think that was Murphy saving it, but saved it back to the Lions. And, oh, wow, what a look down underneath. I didn't even see that.
Wow.
Quickle with a no-look pass. Somehow she was able to see that she had a teammate down on the baseline. Was that Henninger?
Yes, it was, and Miss Riley Kleemeyer cleaning up things with a big block down there.
Yeah, she blocked the shot, so good defense as well. The Lady Lions are going to turn it over on the inbound as they tried to pass it out top. Carlier intercepts it and goes for the layup. No good. Stick back by Kleemeyer, no good. Murphy gets a rebound. Now she'll put it out into the hands of Barber for a three. That's no good. And the Lady Lions end up with a basketball. Lady Rockets a little cold on the offensive end.
Yes, they are. A little cold here to start this game, uncharacteristically.
Miller with it. Out top, hands it off to Quickle. And Lady Rockets man-to-man defense, and Barber picks Quickle's pocket and gets the layup to put Fayetteville back on top by 1. 4:02 to go in the first quarter. That means we should look at the H&R Block scoreboard update, brought to you by the tax professionals at H&R Block in West Union. First, Quickle on a break. Down underneath, shot was no good. So Fayetteville still on top by 1, 6-5. As we go the other direction, Fayetteville missing a layup under pressure. So again, Fayetteville 6, Fairfield 5, now down to 3:41 to go in the first quarter. That is a very disjointed look at your H&R Block scoreboard update.
Checking into the game, number 23, Addison Cannon. She's going to give Mary Jackson a breather here.
Lady Rockets looking to inbound. They'll go all the way out top. Barber, she likes the three. She was wide open, couldn't get it to go. And Kleinmeyer saves it back into Murphy. So the Lady Rockets can reset. Rummel with it, gets stopped inside, back out to Murphy. Now left side it goes, Carlier for three. Rims out, rebound controlled by Murphy. Back to Barber. Her shot is no good, but she's fouled. So Aubrey Barber is going to go to the free throw line, the 5'9" sophomore.
That's going to give Cassie Miller her first foul of the night.
Thanks to First State Bank for making this broadcast possible. There's a First State Bank branch near you in Southern Ohio and Northern Kentucky. And if not, well, just wait a minute. There will be soon. They just opened one in Portsmouth and Maysville just within the last couple of months.
Well, checking into the game was going to be Miss Lily Kaufman. And she seems to have a little something on her ear that the officials didn't like. So Miss Kleinmeyer's going to stay out there.
Yeah.
For
Hopefully
a moment.
Yeah. And free throw no good. Put back by Kleinmeyer is no good. And on the rebound is going to be Hale. Hale has the basketball out top. Reverse dribble, dribbles to the right side. Out on the wing, looking for a cutter. Tries to go to Quickle, overpasses, and Barber gets a steal. Now the layup, no good. And the fight for the rebound, it's loose. What do we have? Might have a foul called against one of the Lady Lions.
Yes, that's going to be against Vivian Henniger, her first team second.
Nothing goes better with basketball than Snappy Tomato Pizza. Call to order yours right now from Seaman or West Union Snappies, proud sponsor of every basketball broadcast on C103 and 99.5 The Edge. Barber for two, off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound controlled by Henninger and then tipped away from behind by Barber. Nice steal. So back the other direction. Barber gets it out to Kleinmeyer for the left side layup. It's good.
Give Kleinmeyer 4 points on the night here to start the game.
What's she averaging, 13 or something like that?
She is averaging 13 points on the season here and 9 rebounds.
Well on her way. And Henninger, a shot from the left side corner, bounces up and hits that support, which
the old strap
is always called as out of bounds.
Miss Kaufman now is checking into the game for Kleinmeyer.
Yep. Now, Ryan, you used to be an official. I always have thought that they should just go ahead and let that strap be part of play and should not call that as out of bounds. What are your thoughts on that?
I guess it depends on if it goes in, or if it goes in, a coach likes it, and if it misses, the other coach likes it. Always wondered why they couldn't get them pulled back a little bit.
Right. You would think there'd be some other way to do that and not have that strap in the way. All right, a turnover as Barber has it tipped away inside. Lady Lions end up with a steal. Minute 55 to go in the first. Hale with a basketball, reverse dribble, passes back out to Miller. Now to Hale, still out on the left-hand side. Comes off the screen, gets an open look for a two. That's no good. Fight for the rebound. Murphy ends up with it. Outlet pass. Goes ahead to Crawford. Now they go into the corner, and driving in, had it lost away there, was Ava Baker, and the Lions come up with a steal. Hale back the other direction. I thought they were going to put a trap on her. They did not. Pass goes right side, Quickle. Quickle to Henninger at the elbow. Back out to Miller for a three. Look, it was tipped, and Miller knew that and chased it. Got her own, I guess, rebound. It never hit the backboard because it was tipped.
Definitely followed her shot there.
Yes.
We always say we want to get these kids to follow their shot, and she hustled right in. And
it's going to get her a trip to the free throw line.
Sure is.
She was fouled on the putback. Miller gets the first one to go. Make it a 2-point ball game. Substitution coming in for Fayetteville. Rommel will return. I think Barber went out. Second free throw by Miller is also good. It's a 1-point ball game. Fayetteville on top, and they have the basketball. Murphy brings it up the floor this time, met with man-to-man defense. Hook pass inside to Kaufman. Kaufman on a turnaround half hook from the left-hand side of the lane. That's no good. And Miller has the basketball for the Lions. Hands it off to Quickle out top. Back to Miller left side. Reverses to Hale. Looking inside. Hale gets it back to Quickle. Now they find a player on the baseline for an easy two. That's Addison Cannon. That puts the Lions back on top by 1. Murphy ahead, right side to Baker. They'll reverse it left side. Crawford back out to Baker. Pass goes to Murphy, right side. Murphy gets to the baseline, passes it back out. Crawford, she's got an open three, no good. Murphy for a rebound, had it tipped from behind, I think. It goes out of bounds off the Lions.
Pretty strong defense by the Lions this first quarter. They're really getting after it.
This does not look like a team that hasn't won a game yet.
It does not. I mean, they're playing hard. Checking in for the game, Jaden Drury, number 5. She's a 5'8" junior.
13 seconds on the clock here in the first quarter, so Fayetteville will have time for a final shot. Kaufman gets it on the inbound, but throws it away into the hands of Drury. Quickle ahead, and then Kaufman gets a steal back. Still 4 seconds. Ahead they go to Murphy, to Kaufman.
Nice
the
touch
shot's
pass.
up. Wow, nice ball movement, unselfish play, and Fayetteville regains the lead by 1 point at the buzzer, 10-9. Stick with us. Second quarter action coming up after this on C103.
The Fairfield Athletic Boosters are proud to sponsor this coverage of the Fairfield Lions. The Athletic Boosters work hard behind the scenes to encourage their teams to do their best. The Lions understand this and are dedicated to doing just that. Congratulations! Your hard work and drive showed through. Whether basketball, volleyball, baseball, or any other sport, the Fairfield Athletic Boosters say, good luck, Lions and Lady Lions.
Welcome to Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro, your local Chevrolet dealer for over 50 years. I am Steve Haig, owner, along with my twin daughters, Mindy and Mandy. We operate our family-owned business. We take care of our customers like friends and family. If you need a new Chevrolet or pre-owned vehicle, service, parts, or body shop, think of Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro. Proudly supporting the youth of our community. Stop in today for a great deal. Trade-ins welcome, financing available to qualified buyers.
The newest place for you to grab a coffee or other refreshing beverage is She Brews Coffee in Fayetteville. She Brews Coffee has a wide variety of hot and cold drinks and a refreshing Lotus drink menu featuring plant-based energy. Swing by for breakfast or grab a tasty panini, wrap, or salad during lunch. Follow their Facebook page at She Brews Coffee LLC. There you can check out their new menu and keep up with their specials. Go experience what everyone is raving over. She Brews Coffee in Fayetteville.
As we come back, the Fairfield Lady Lions will have the basketball to start the second quarter. Quickle with it out on the, that's Miller with it out on the left side wing. And tries a bounce pass inside. It's kicked out of bounds by the Lady Rockets. So the Lady Lions will inbound right in front of us. And looking to get it in, running out of time. Finally, Miller will get it in the backcourt. Still a man-to-man defensive set for Fayetteville. Both teams, I think, playing some pretty good defense. They'll feed it inside. Jackson having trouble with it, ends up on the floor and is saving the possession. Fairfield calls the timeout. So we'll take one as well. That was pretty quick to go right back to a timeout here, but again, it was to save a possession. So we're back right after this on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
Barn and Cabin Friend in Leesburg, Ohio are your friends to call for anything concerning a barn or cabin. From inspections and consultations on antique structure restoration and relocation to custom timber framing and reclamation of old lumber materials. Barn and Cabin Friend also deal in new materials such as bulk pine barn siding and custom timber frame kits up to 20 by 20. Find the Barn and Cabin Friend on Facebook to check out their past projects. Call 937-668-9619 or visit barnandcabinfriend.com.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
Free throw line to shoot the old-fashioned three.
That foul's going to go against number 2, Isabel Hale. Her first foul, sending Miss Rummel to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play.
We haven't seen a tremendous amount of fouls so far.
No, 3 on the game going into this one.
Bonus shot is good. Make it 13-9 the score. Fayetteville on top. Fairfield with the basketball. Miller working it up the floor. Had some token full court man-to-man pressure. No problem handling that with the basketball left side. Drury gets to the corner, passes out to back out to Henninger. And now out top Miller has it. Quickle with the basketball left side. Goes into the corner. Henninger for a three. Can she get the hometown roll? She does. Even she seemed a little bit surprised by that, Ryan.
It hit every part of that rim, didn't it, Ken?
Took a high bounce and everything. Finally went in. With the basketball, Kleemeyer trying to push her way in. Baseline shot no good. Murphy backside with a rebound. Kicks it back out. How many rebounds is Murphy averaging per game?
Nice pass.
Yeah, good look there to Collier up and in for an easy 2.
Give Miss Lily 4 points tonight here in the early going.
3-point lead now for Fayetteville. Fairfield with the basketball. Drury out top, right side Miller. Miller finds Quickle, and what do we got? We've got a player control foul. As I think some pushing and shoving going on down underneath as the tall ladies are fighting for position.
Yeah, a little clear out by number 33, Mary Jackson, trying to create a little space in there. That's her first. Team second here in the quarter.
5:58 to go in the first half as we work our way toward the Barry's Chevrolet halftime report. A shot in the corner. Wow, nice looking three there by Kara Rummel. Make it 18-12 the score, and now a turnover in the backcourt.
Yeah, quick turnover. Checking in for Mary Jackson is number 23, Addison Cannon. She's a 5'9" freshman, Ken, checking into the game.
I was talking about the Barry Chevrolet halftime. Just as Barry Chevrolet can hook you up with the keys to a new vehicle, we'll give you the keys to the second half with the Barry's Chevrolet halftime report.
Also checking back in for Leesburg, Isabel Hale.
Fayetteville will inbound to Rummel, who gets it right back to Barber. They try to go to Kleemeyer across the lane, but a little bit of a low pass. Well, it was tipped. That's what happened, and it ended up out of bounds off the Lions because the Lady Rockets are going to get it back. Barber will look to inbound. Gets it into Murphy. Out top, it'll go to Rummel. Now they get Barber in the corner. Nice play. She took the ball out on one end, ran all the way around to the other end to get the pass and the wide open three-point shot. With the basketball in the paint, Quickle is fouled. So Riley Quickle couldn't get the shot, but she will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Looked like that foul was on Lily Collier, her first, team first here in the quarter. Checking back into the game for Kaufman, Miss Lily Kaufman, and also Scarlett Crawford in with Fayetteville.
Free throws, rim out, both of them. And then we have a push underneath on the rebound. It's going to go against the Lady Lions. Still wish they'd change that back to over the back.
Yeah.
With the basketball, Rummel goes left side to Crawford. Back out to Rummel. Now popping out top for it, Murphy. She likes the 3. That one's off the mark, but Crawford, I think that was, saved it. Back into Rummel, now to Murphy, and then Crawford again. Now back into Murphy. She kicks it out to the baseline for a shot by Barber. That was no good. And a reverse underneath. Rummel couldn't get the shot, but is fouled. Rummel's going to go to the line to shoot 2. That was a nice shot underneath. Nice attempt.
That last foul is going to be on Addison Cannon, her first foul.
First free throw is good. Make it 22-12. 10-point lead now for the Fayetteville Lady Rockets. Begin your pathway to completion today at Southern State Community College. Visit sscc.edu. We want to thank Southern State for sponsoring all of our basketball coverage on C103. On the inbound, almost a turnover. Fayetteville couldn't hang on to it. So the Lady Lions will inbound a second time, facing full court man-to-man pressure.
Give Kara Rummel 8 points on the early going here, Ken. She's 3 for 3 from the line, and she's 29% on the year. So I know that's going to make Coach Tori Rummel a little happy here.
Yep.
Shooting her free throws well starting out.
Jackson had it. It was tipped away from behind. She got it back, and then somebody tipped it again. That's one of the Lady Rockets, that is. Tipped it again, and it went out of bounds. So Fairfield will inbound underneath. Quickle looking to put it in. Finds Henninger. Henninger working her way into a shot. It's up and in. Good job there by Henninger. Using her size to get a shot. Murphy with a basketball.
Give Henninger 5 points on the night, averaging 3, so she's starting off pretty hot tonight.
Now with a basketball, Barber kicks it out. Crawford for a long 2. It's no good. Backside rebound, fought for, tipped around. Jackson ends up with it. Finds Hale for the outlet pass. Just over 4 minutes to go in the first half. Hale has it out top, guarded by Murphy. And Murphy takes it away. Murphy, let's see if she can get the layup. Nope, Hale gets back to commit the foul. And it was a nice, strong foul, as Murphy's shot didn't even go near the rim.
That's going to give Isabel Hale 2 fouls here. Going to the line is Christina Murphy.
Tomorrow night, we'll have a pair of games for you on C103. We'll start those with the Southern Hills Community Bank Tip-Off Show, just as we start every game.
One for 2 from the free throw line.
Makes the score 23-14. And that is Fayetteville on top. And Fayetteville gets a steal as they try to feed it into Jackson. Actually going to end up in a dual possession. It'll stay with Fairfield, so not a turnover. Coming up at halftime, Bethany Gibson, our producer back in the studio, will give you some updates from the world of sports. We won't have any scores for you as we are starting so early this evening, as no JV game tonight. Jackson with an attempt inside the paint, couldn't get it to go. Lions get it back. Miller will have it. Jackson trying to post up inside. They go to Henninger. Henninger out on the left side wing, finds Quickle. Quickle at the free throw line, passes back out to Miller. Now back to Quickle in the corner. Tries to feed it into Jackson, but A little wide on the pass, ends up out of bounds.
Fayetteville's definitely picked up the intensity defensively here in the second quarter, it looks like, Ken.
Yep.
Maybe a little adjustment there between quarters from Coach Rummel.
Lady Rockets have the basketball. Murphy with it out top, passes left side. Baker finds the cutter. Rummel underneath.
Miss Rummel's the first one in double digits tonight with 10 points.
Miller will have it out top to set the offense for the Lions. Quickle pops out right side, brings it top of the key, goes left side to Miller. Back out to Quickle. Now Henninger at the elbow. Hands it back out to Quickle, who tries the three. That one no good. And it ends up out of bounds off the Lady Lions.
Checking back into the game for Leesburg, number 23, Addison Cannon. She's going to give Mary Jackson a breather.
Let's take a look at that H&R Block scoreboard update brought to you by the tax professionals at H&R Block in West Union. With 2:28 to go in the first half, the score is 25-14. Fayetteville leading Fairfield. Driving in on the baseline, Crawford is fouled. That's going to put Scarlett Crawford on the free throw line, the 5'5" junior.
That foul's going to be charged to number 11, Cassie Miller, her second foul. Scarlett Crawford, a 50% free throw shooter. And she's good on that first one.
I look for that percentage to improve. She's better than a 50% free throw shooter.
I would agree.
Couple of substitutions. I think Carlier's back in. Maybe Kleemeyer came back in, and Stallhut came in on the Lions side. I should have paid better attention, Ryan, as you were keeping stats. Make it 27-14, by the way, as the free throws were good. And with the basketball is going to be Hale out top. I was trying to get to my schedule so I can talk about tomorrow night. Let's see. With the basketball, Drury. She swung an elbow to create some space, and that's going to get her a foul.
That's going to get Miss Jaden her first foul.
Tomorrow night, we will have, well, still yet tonight, by the way, on our sister station, 99.5 The Edge. North Adams at Lynchburg Clay. Don Bowles. And who's he got with him? Mark Young, courtside for that game. Tomorrow night, we'll have Fairfield at Peebles in boys action. Eastern at Lynchburg in boys action. Both those on C103. And North Adams at White Oak over on our sister station. Drive in on the left-hand side. I believe that was Henninger. Had her shot blocked by, who did the block?
Kleemeyer.
Nice block.
Give her 2 blocks here to start this game, first half.
Lions have the basketball back. Stallhut with it. Dribbling over the right-hand side. It gets tipped away. It'll end up out of bounds off Crawford.
Nice quick hands by Crawford there. Just couldn't contain it after she stole it.
Minute 32 to go in the first half. And Cannon looking to inbound, but first a substitution.
Yeah, checking in for Fayetteville, Aubrey Barber. She is going to give Miss Kaufman a breather. Lily Kaufman, 54.
Cannon will inbound. Gets it to Hale. Hale goes back to Cannon on the right side. Now back to Hale out on the right side wing. Hale gets loose, drives in. Shot was no good. Kleemeyer falls down on the rebound, and Fayetteville has to call the timeout to keep the possession, as otherwise Kleemeyer would be called for the travel. So we'll take a timeout as well. Fayetteville leading at 27-14 with a minute 13 to go in the first half. We're back right after this on the Shack Sports Network, C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
The holidays. For many of us, they can be the happiest time of the year. But it's easy to get caught up in the craziness. As you scramble through your holiday list, don't forget the families who are struggling and the kids who don't have enough to eat. Your gift helps deliver food and resources to children and families who need them. So make a difference this year and put kids who need help on your holiday list. Giving feels good.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or ladder kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Lady Rockets have the basketball. Driving in on the baseline. Nice runner. I don't know how she got that to go off the backboard at that angle, but Ava Baker gets 2.
Her first 2 points here tonight.
That's a tough angle.
It was.
Runner inside the paint, partially blocked. That was Quickle on the shot. Kleemeyer ends up with it. Goes ahead. Right side, Carlier couldn't get it to drop. And on the rebound, the Lions have it. But what do we got? A push underneath. And I believe it's going to go against the Lady Rockets. So a foul on the rebound.
Number 12, Riley Kleemeyer. That's her first foul of the game. Checking back into the game is Mary Jackson, Isabel Hale, and Cassie Miller, all checking in for Leesburg.
Quite a few substitutions there. Still 39.2 seconds to go in the first quarter. And we're going to see full court pressure again out of the Lady Rockets. Lady Lions will inbound to Miller. Miller's going to dribble it up the floor. She's not intimidated by the pressure. Goes left side. Henninger for a 3. No good. Thought that was going to go in. And on the rebound, it's going to be Carlier. Carlier pushes it up the floor. Right side. Baker nails a 3. Wow, off the bench.
She's averaging 5 points, and she's at 5 points, Ken, on the night.
Well, it's time to take her out, right?
She might not agree with you there.
Oh, I know she would not agree. And we have still got some bumping and banging going on down underneath. Doesn't matter, a shot is up. It does not connect as we end the first half with Fayetteville leading Fairfield 32-14. Stick with us. The Barry Chevrolet halftime coming up right after this.
Trying to find a durable new look for your retail office, house, garage, or new barn dominium? Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding has added 2 new profiles within the past year that would make great options. A heavier 26-gauge metal board and batten with several colors to choose from adds a fresh new look to any project regardless of size. Or come in and check out our new options for standing seam. If it's steel roofing and siding, it comes from Higgins. Located in Hillsboro and Jackson, Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding, family owned and operated since 1958.
Our beliefs matter. They're reflected in our words and actions. At First State Bank, we believe in treating people well, and have since 1884. Listening, caring, looking out for each other. It's what people deserve. It's what a real local bank does. While lots of things have changed over the years, our belief in you hasn't. First State Bank, built on belief.
Snappy Tomato Pizza. Dad, I have way too many people to shop for and not enough time.
Well, how about we take care of your entire list in a snap? We'll just stop by any Snappy Tomato Pizza and pick up some gift cards. We could customize them to the amount you want, and they make the perfect stocking stuffers.
Yeah, Snappy gift cards would be great for my friends, family, and teachers.
Hey, and don't forget your old man.
Well, I guess I know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
Snappy Delivery! Have you heard the roar of the lion?
No, I can't say that we have.
Well, allow me to give you a look into that sacred call.
Please, enlighten us.
The Fairfield Lions rally on the roar, instilling pride and hearts for generations to come.
You don't say.
I do say. From our excellence in sports to our prestige in academics, you couldn't find a prouder crowd.
The Lions must be unbelievable.
You've got that right. Fairfield's ever-expanding programs pave way for prime educational opportunities.
They truly are second to none.
You wouldn't be mistaken there.
Welcome back courtside to the Barry's Chevrolet halftime report. Let's look at scoring by the quarters in this one. It was a slow start for both ball clubs But they quickly turned it up a little bit. Of course, Fayetteville turning it up a whole bunch in the second quarter. I'll talk about that in a minute. Fayetteville did outscore Fairfield in that first quarter by just 1 point, 10-9. In the second quarter, though, Fairfield struggling to get points up on the board. They scored only 5 points, whereas Fayetteville scored 22 points in that quarter. That's a 17-point advantage for Fayetteville. That gives them an 18-point lead at halftime, 32-14. We're going to send it back to the studio for the Higgins Steel Roofing Studio update with Bethany Gibson. We'll be back with more of the Barry Chevrolet halftime with a look at stats right after this on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
Have you heard the roar of the lion?
No, I can't say that we have.
Well, allow me to give you a look into that sacred call.
Please, enlighten us.
The Fairfield Lions rally on the roar, instilling pride and hearts for generations to come.
You don't say.
I do say. From our excellence in sports to our prestige in academics, you couldn't find a prouder crowd.
The Lions must be unbelievable.
You've got that right. Fairfield's ever-expanding programs pave way for prime educational opportunities.
They truly are second to none.
You wouldn't be mistaken there.
The Fairfield Athletic Boosters are proud to sponsor this coverage of the Fairfield Lions. The Athletic Boosters work hard behind the scenes to encourage their teams to do their best. The Lions understand this and are dedicated to doing just that. Congratulations! Your hard work and drive show through. Whether basketball, volleyball, baseball, or any other sport, the Fairfield Athletic Boosters say good luck, Lions and Lady Lions.
Welcome to Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro, your local Chevrolet dealer for over 50 years. I am Steve Haig, owner, along with my twin daughters, Mindy and Mandy. We operate our family-owned business. We take care of our customers like friends and family. If you need a new Chevrolet or pre-owned vehicle, service, parts, or body shop, think of Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro. Proudly supporting the youth of our community. Stop in today for a great deal. Trade-ins welcome, financing available to qualified buyers.
The newest place for you to grab a coffee or other refreshing beverage is She Brews Coffee in Fayetteville. She Brews Coffee has a wide variety of hot and cold drinks and a refreshing Lotus drink menu featuring plant-based energy. Swing by for breakfast or grab a tasty panini, wrap, or salad during lunch. Follow their Facebook page at She Brews Coffee LLC. There you can check out their new menu and keep up with their specials. Go experience what everyone is raving over. She Brews Coffee in Fayetteville.
Welcome back to the Barry Chevrolet halftime. Ryan, let's take a look at those stats from the first half and see if we can figure out what's going to happen in the second half.
Yeah, really, the Lady Lions started out pretty good shooting there the first quarter, tale of two quarters, if you will.
Right.
And, they was 3 for 4 in that first quarter, but only 2 for 9 in that second quarter. Cooled off a little bit. The defense from Fayetteville picked up.
Quite a bit, only scoring 5 points in that quarter.
Yeah. They picked up 5 for 13 in the first half at 38%, and 2 for 6 from beyond the arc for Fairfield at 33%. They was 2 for 4 from a free throw line with a couple free throws, and rounding out the scoring there at 14 points. The opposite can be said a little bit for Fayetteville, who started out in that first quarter 0 for 5 from 3 and got up 15 shots in that first quarter, was 5 for 15 at 33%, but really started to kind of hit some shots in that second quarter, 7 for 14 from 2, 2 for 3 at 66% from 3, ending up at 45% from 2 and 25% from three-point land. 6 for 9 from the free throw line. A team that's shooting 53%, finished up the half at 67% on the half. So
yeah,
I'd say
again,
Coach Rummel's pretty tickled with that.
Yeah, some of those percentages that they've had so far this season a little lower than I'm sure Coach Rummel would like to see. But again, I think those are going to improve just as they have tonight. Sometimes it takes a while for that to reflect. You know, it takes a lot of good nights to change your overall stats on the season.
You definitely don't want to start out 0 for 3, 1 for 7, because it takes a lot of makes to get that average back up.
It does. Yeah, especially when you're, 6 games in?
Yep. Some individual scoring, Ken, though, in the first half. Riley Quickle, she had 5 points. She's averaging 6 for Leesburg. Vivian Henniger's with 5. She's averaging 3.4, so she's above her average. So some good scoring there. Just a quiet second quarter.
Yep.
For Fayetteville, a lot of kids in the scoring column, but a young lady really hit some key shots and 3 for 3 from a free throw line, Miss Kara Rummel. You know, she's only averaging about 3 or 4 points a game tonight, and a big integral part of the assist column. But she was 3 for 3 from the line, and she's leading the Rockets with 10, and Aubrey Barber with 5, and Ava Baker with 5. So some pretty good consistent scoring that you see out of these Rockets from Fayetteville.
And, of course, there's some more players on the Fayetteville side that have got points as well as Fairfield. What do you got? You got Collier with 4, Kleinmeyer 4, Crawford 2, Kaufman 2, Murphy 1. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, you got it. No, how many players? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 players in the scoring column.
Yep.
That's pretty nice.
That's pretty.
As a coach, you like to see that for sure.
Pretty balanced scoring.
On the flip side, you got Miller and Cannon with a couple of points over on the Fairfield side. They've got 4 players that are in the scoring column. So I'm sure they'd like to get some more of these players who average points. Like Hale averaging 4 points. She needs to come alive. So,
she got 2 fouls there and played a little hampered with that 2 fouls. And Coach Blue was going a little offense-defense, but I think she's going to look to her to maybe get going here in the second half, Ken.
Yeah, the Lady Lions, again, looking at what they've done so far this season, they have struggled to put points up on the board. That seems to be an issue again a little bit this evening, at least in that second quarter. Hopefully they can start getting some baskets to drop, though.
Yeah, definitely. You know, averaging 35 points and a good start to the game. And hopefully they can get a third quarter like the first quarter and get some points going. And big quarter here for Leesburg to get this thing closed up a little bit.
Well, that's going to do it for the Berry Chevrolet halftime. Stick with us. We'll take one quick break and be back with our second half right after this on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
Barn and Cabin Friend in Leesburg, Ohio are your friends to call for anything concerning a barn or cabin. From inspections and consultations on antique structure restoration and relocation to custom timber framing and reclamation of old lumber materials. Barn and Cabin Friend also deal in new materials such as bulk pine barn siding and custom timber frame kits up to 20 by 20. Find the Barn and Cabin Friend on Facebook to check out their past projects. Call 937-668-9619 or visit barnandcabinfriend.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Fayetteville Lady Rockets have the basketball to start off the second half. Scoop shot underneath in the lane did not drop, but they end up with it back, and they will inbound. Ryan, who we got out there starting for both ball clubs for your Magulac Tire Service starters?
Those starting 5 for Leesburg's back out there. Hale, Quickle, Cassie Miller, Henniger, Jackson. The starting 5 for Leesburg's back out there, Ken.
And on the Fayetteville side, looks like it's Collier and Barber, same starting 5, I think.
Yes, it looks like we have Miss Rummel, Kleinmeyer, and Crawford starting 5 for both teams.
Thank you, Magulac Tire Service, for sponsoring our starters of the ball game and starters of the second half. And they go inside to Jackson, and it was a little strong on the pass. It bounced up over top her head, and she couldn't hang on to it, so it ends up as a steal. But guess what? She steals it back on the other end. So turnover for turnover. Easy for me to say.
Yes.
Hale with the basketball out top for the Lions. Spin move, goes right side. Likes the shot. It's a long two, no good. Henninger with a putback, won't drop. Kleemeyer had the rebound, but ended up out of bounds with it. And it's going to end up, they're going to say Fairfield touched it last, though. So it'll go the way of the Lady Rockets. Thanks to more of our season sponsors, including Health Source of Ohio, providing a unique and comprehensive approach to health right in your community. With the basketball out top, Barber passes left side. Crawford finds Rummel in the corner. She likes those corner threes, and that's why, because she made it.
Give Miss Rummel 13 on the night.
Make it 35-14 as Fayetteville picks up right where they left off. Back the other direction. Hale tries a three. That one's no good. Rebound controlled by the Lady Rockets. Rummel brings it up the floor. Left side Barber. Now they find Crawford in the corner. She'll try that corner three. No good. Collier tried to tip the rebound out, but it ended up with the Lions. Ahead they go to Hale. Right side layup, no good. Jackson with a putback, also no good. And a fight for the rebound. It's going to end up out of bounds off Fairfield. Missed opportunity there for the Lions.
Yeah, a little continued early shooting woes here for Leesburg. But good looks, Ken. I think they're going to get some of them. There's some good looks at the rim.
Well, you got to remember how young the team is. Jackson out there, only a sophomore. And, of course, also you got to remember they're missing Clark, who's out with an injury. And I believe that was Rummel for two.
Yes, it was. She's feeling it tonight, Ken. Give her 15 on the night.
Got a pretty hot hand, no doubt about it. Collier had the steal, but lost it away. Couldn't hang on to it. Ends up out of bounds. She was trying to keep a dribble on it, I think. That would have been cool if she had. Would have been a Harlem Globetrotters move.
Yeah.
So the Lions will inbound it to Miller. Miller, guarded by Crawford, goes right side to Quickle. Quickle lobs it inside to Jackson, up off the backboard and good. Well, that's the kind of look the Lions need. Back the other direction, a three-point shot off the hands of Barber is no good. Lions have the rebound. Quick outlet pass to Quickle. Quickle dumps it off underneath to Jackson. Drops it a little short on the baseline inside the paint. And it's going to end up with the Rockets. Crawford to Kleemeyer, up and in. They run the ball so well, and they all see the floor so well.
Yeah, give Kleemeyer 6 points on the night.
Hale has it across the timeline. Guarded out there by Collier. Dribbles to the left side, picks up her dribble, finds Quickle. Baseline shot for two, it's good. And we've got a foul after the basket. And I think it's going to be a player control foul.
Checking back into the game is Christina Murphy, and checking back in for Fairfield, Addison Cannon.
The basket still counts, doesn't it?
Yes, they're going to count that basket. I think they're going to stop the game here for a second.
Yeah, it is a two. All right, so they're going to put the 2 points up on the board. That'll make it 39-18 the score, with the Rockets on top, and the Rockets will have the basketball. By the way, Shack pregame report will come to you tomorrow at 4:45, and just before tomorrow night's first broadcast. That is sponsored by Ron Lynch, your financial advisor with Edward Jones Investments in Maysville, as well as Peebles Save-A-Lot. Kleemeyer gets a 2-point shot on the right side baseline to make it 41-18. Miller finds Quickle out on the right side wing. Back out top it'll go to Cannon. And Miller comes and gets it. Now Henninger right side. She'll drive inside the paint. Running shot up, no good. Kleemeyer with a rebound. Outlet up the floor to Crawford. Crawford's going to take it inside. Henninger tips it away, and they're going to say she committed the foul. .340 to go in the third quarter.
That foul's going to be on Vivian Henninger. Her second foul. Going to the free throw line, Miss Crawford, where she's 50% on the year, but 2 for 2 on the night.
Well, that'll improve that season stat a little bit, and she improves it some more as she makes the first one.
Checking back in the game for Kleinmeyer is Miss Lily Kaufman.
Kaufman, one of the 2 seniors on the Fayetteville Lady Rocket team. Second free throw is a miss, but Murphy steals it away from Hale on the rebound. They get it back to Crawford, who tries a reverse and probably actually would have been more open if she hadn't tried the reverse.
Maybe gone right up here on this side.
So it ends up being blocked and goes out of bounds off the Lions. So the Lady Rockets will inbound. 3:30 to go in the third quarter. They're going to go out top to Rummel. Rummel goes the opposite of the screen, dishes off to Kaufman. She'll kick it back out to Carlier. Now to Rummel. And they go inside Murphy.
Oh, what a dribble.
Yep. Had to collect it back, and then it gets tipped away as a pass to Carlier. I think they're going to say Carlier touched it last as it went out of bounds. So it ends up as a turnover, and Lady Lions are going to have to make a sub. I think we got a little bit of blood.
We got a little bit of blood. Vivian Henninger's got a little blood. She's going to get checked out of the game. Jaden Drury's going to check in number 5.
3:11 to go in the third quarter. 42-18 the score. Fayetteville leading Fairfield. Stick around after the final buzzer, and we'll wrap up the game with stats, coaches' comments, and player of the game. That's all part of the Willie & Son Trucking postgame. So Henninger will have to get that looked at. And inside the lane, running shot by Drury is up and good.
Didn't take her long to check in and get her first 2 points of the game.
Again, as a coach, you like to see that. A player comes off the bench and immediately scores.
Bringing some good production.
Kaufman to Murphy. Back out Collier for a 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. Miller on the rebound for the Lady Lions. Miller has to slow it up. Dribbles to the right side. Finds Hale. She's open for a 3. It's no good. Backside rebound collected by Rummel. Lady Rockets do a good job being in the right place at the right time. Crawford traveled. Yeah, that little hop.
Little hop step.
Yeah, that little hop before you shoot will get you in trouble. Let's take a look at the H&R Block scoreboard update brought to you by Jeff Newman and his staff at H&R Block in West Union. The tax professionals 2-22, the triple deuce to go in the third quarter. The score, Fayetteville 42, Fairfield 20.
Checking back into the game for Fayetteville, Ava Baker had a nice 5 points in that first half.
Quickle has the basketball out on the right side wing. Quickle working to try and get inside, has to kick it back out. Now Drury gets inside the paint. She'll pass it back out to Miller. Miller drives the baseline and tried to pass it back to Drury, and it was deflected by Murphy and knocked out of bounds. So Fairfield will inbound from the corner. I think that's Cannon looking to inbound. Cannon gets it into Drury. Dribbling on the right side, hands it off to Hale. Fayetteville still in a man-to-man defensive set. Baseline shot for 2, it's good by Cannon.
Nice looking shot by the freshman Addison Cannon. Give her 4 points.
Cuts it back to a 20-point lead. Lady Rockets on top. With the basketball, Baker, she'll try a 3. That one's no good. Long rebound. She couldn't save it. So it came back toward her. It ends up out of bounds off Lady Rockets. And a steal on the inbound with a reverse layup by Murphy. What an athletic player. We've seen a lot of Murphys, both boys and girls, come through the Fayetteville program. They've all been outstanding ball players.
Yeah, you're going to work hard if you're going to play basketball in that household for sure.
That's right. Driving in on the right-hand side is Miller, and she's fouled. Miller's going to go to the free throw line, I think, to shoot 2. No, they're going to say this was not on the shot.
Just a Clean block there, I think they're going to say.
So
I
it
thought
just
she
went
might have
out
had
of
a little
bounds.
body foul myself.
Yep. Went out of bounds off of the Lady Rockets, so Lady Lions will inbound. To Quickle, she tries to throw it back to Drury, who was not ready for the pass, and it ends up as a turnover. Rummel has it, gets to the free throw line, loads it up, no good. And Crawford with a rebound, put back. She was blocked, and somebody's got it underneath there. It was Drury. Outlet pass to Hale. Down to 42 seconds to go in the third quarter. Hale stops out top, passes right side, Miller. Miller taking her time, down to 32 seconds. Plenty of time on the clock for the Lady Lions. Miller off the screen. The pick and roll didn't work. And passes right side for a long two by Cannon. That's no good. Lady Rockets have it with plenty of time still on the clock. Rummel, whoa,
Nice
what
pass. What a look.
What a nice hook pass. And of course it's Murphy right there to get the shot. 46-22 the score. No doubt the Rockets are an impressive ball club.
Whoa, the banks are open.
Last second shot by Miller. Big smile on her face as she banks in the long three. Make it 46-25. Lady Rockets leading the Lady Lions. We're back with fourth and final quarter action after this on Good Guys Radio.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
The holidays. For many of us, they can be the happiest time of the year. But it's easy to get caught up in the craziness. As you scramble through your holiday list, don't forget the families who are struggling and the kids who don't have enough to eat. Your gift helps deliver food and resources to children and families who need them. So make a difference this year and put kids who need help on your holiday list. Giving feels good.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We apologize. We came back a little late there and missed a couple of baskets. Hale got a three to start the quarter. And on the other end, a pass inside to Ava Baker is able to get two inside the paint. Makes the score 48-28. Fayetteville on top. Miller with the ball now for the Lady Lions.
Give Ava Baker 7 points on the night. She comes in averaging 5.
Jackson with a turnaround from the right side, low block is fouled. Shot was no good. She'll shoot two.
Looks like that foul is going to go against Kara Rummel. Her first, team first here in the fourth quarter.
One of these outstanding athletes is going to end up with a Snappy Tomato Pizza. Well, a certificate for one. We don't carry the pizza with us, but anyway, we're going to name one of these young ladies the Snappy Tomato Pizza Player of the Game after this one. Brought to you by Snappy Tomato Pizza in Seaman and West Union. Again, that's part of the Willie & Son Trucking post game. Jackson gets them both. Make it 48-30 as Lady Lions cut into that lead just a little bit.
You sure there wasn't a pizza in your back seat, Ken?
No, there's not. We'd have been eating it if there was on the way here. And on a drive inside, Kleemeyer is fouled. No? Yeah, it is a foul. So Kleemeyer is going to go to the line to shoot two.
That foul's going to be charged on 33, Mary Jackson, her third.
Yeah, you think I'd have a pizza in the back seat and not say something about it?
Kleemeyer hits her first free throw. She's 53% on the year.
49-30. Fayetteville leading. Make it 50-30. Fayetteville leading. Back to a even 20-point lead. Makes it easy for a dummy like me to do the math.
Gives Miss Kleemeyer double digits on the night. Give her 10 points.
Quickle into Jackson, and she's fouled. Well, they're going inside to Jackson, and I think that is something that the Lions need to do. And Jackson is going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2 where she was just at and made them both last time.
Yes, she did give Miss Kleemeyer her second team foul on the night.
Well, I jinxed her. Jackson misses the first one. That always happens when you talk about them making them both the time before. She does get that one to go. Make it 50-31 the score. Fayetteville on top. Baker with it. She'll stop and pop at the free throw line. No good. Miller ends up with the rebound. Gets it to Hale. Hale will have it out top. Well, instead hands it off to Miller. Miller makes it down to the baseline, back out to Quickle for a fadeaway 3. I thought that looked good, but it popped out. And with it is going to be Barber ahead to Murphy, and it's disrupted and knocked out of bounds by the Lions. Good defense there by Quickle. 6:09 to go in the ball game. Murphy will look to inbound. Tried to lob it to Kleemeyer. It was tipped by Jackson, and Miller ends up with the steal. No, I'm sorry, that's Quickle. I keep getting Quickle and Miller mixed up. They look the same to me. Number 10, number 11, and both have a ponytail. About the same height.
Play the same, quick guards, handle the ball well.
Yep. So I apologize. People watching are probably going, does he not know the difference between the two? Drury for 3 from the left-hand side wing. That's no good. Rebound controlled by Murphy. Murphy double-teamed in the backcourt. Finally gets it ahead to Baker, and then Barber for a 3. It's good. Fayetteville is a really good shooting team.
Give Aubrey Barber 8 points on the night. She comes in averaging 11.
Back on the other end, Drury tries a 3 as the Lady Lions have got to make up some ground. That one didn't work, and Lady Lions end up with a steal.
Yeah, good hustle by Cassie Miller.
Ahead they go to Drury, back out. Hale will try the 3. Is it good? Nope. Drury with a rebound. Put back is blocked by Kleemeyer. Nice block. It'll end up with Baker ahead to Kleemeyer. Nice. The layup is good.
Give her 12 points. She gets a block on one end and gets rewarded with a field goal on the other. You like to see that.
How many points is Kleemeyer up
She's
to now?
at 12. 1 point below her average here.
Oh, she'll get there. Hale with a 3-point shot that's no good. Again, the Lions don't have much of a choice but to try and get some 3-point shots to drop here in the fourth as they've got to gain some ground. Baker back out it goes to Rummel. Now right side Murphy finds Kleemeyer baseline. She drives
Strong
in.
move.
There's that average. Off the glass and good. Make it 57-31 the score. Miller will have it out top. Goes right side to Quickle. Now popping out in the corner, Hale. Inside they go to Jackson on the turnaround, no good. Rebound controlled by Murphy, but stolen away by Hale. Hale with the basketball, lost her dribble, but got it back. And now gets rid of it to Miller. Miller working hard again, trying to create some space. The Lady Rockets are not going to let the Lady Lions get some open 3-point looks. On the other end, the drive by Barber. She'll have it tipped away. It'll end up out of bounds off the Lions.
We got some wholesale substitutions checking in.
Yep.
Kaufman, Carter, and Crawford, all 3 check in for Fayetteville. Coming back in, number 20 for Leesburg, Vivian Henniger. And
out there with some tape on her hand.
Yes, she does. Also checking back in, 23, that freshman for Leesburg, Addison Cannon.
Rummel on a set inbound play didn't get the shot to go, and the Lions have it. 3:25 to go in the ball game. 57-31 the score. Fayetteville on top. For your H&R Block scoreboard update, Jeff Newman and the tax professionals at H&R Block in West Union sponsoring that. Again, it's Fayetteville 57, Fairfield 31, and Drury misses one out top. And on the rebound, I think it got lost out of bounds off the Lions. And Drury comes out.
Drury is replaced by Kelsey Crowder, a 5'7" freshman. Coach Blue going to get her into the game here and get some good playing minutes and some experience.
With the basketball, Collier to Kaufman. Kaufman taking her time as Lady Rockets are going to slow it down a little bit, I think, try and run this clock. Well, I say that as Murphy drives in. Passed out to Kaufman. They'll reverse it around to Crawford for a baseline shot from 12. That's no good. And the ball's loose on the floor. Who's got it? Collier, I think. Or was it a dual possession?
Dual possession. I think we're going to stay right down here with Fayetteville.
It seems like this season has only just begun, but we're actually getting about a third of the way through the season now. If you have not picked up your Southern State Community College pocket schedule, you need to do so. You should find them at your next home game and at several retailers around the area, including Southern Hills Community Bank, as well as First State Bank. A lot of businesses around the area have them. We want to thank Southern State Community College for sponsoring those pocket schedules. They are very popular. We hand them out at the previews, by the way, every year, and everybody wants one. Ryan, what do we got? Fairfield has the basketball. Miller, baseline, trying to throw it inside, stolen away by Kaufman. And with the ball, pushing it up the floor, Collier goes ahead to Crawford. She'll try a three, and it's good. 60-31 the score.
Give her 6 points on tonight, Scarlett Crawford. Checking into the game for Fayetteville, Autumn Waddell. She's a 5'7" sophomore. And it looks like also checking into the game is number 13, Ava Korsmeyer. She's a 5'9" freshman.
Miller has the basketball, passes right side Hale. Back out it goes to Henninger. Henninger hands it off to Crowder. Back to Miller. Yeah, again, the Rockets are not going to let them get any wide open three looks. Another substitution for the Lady Rockets.
Tegan Combs, a 5'11" freshman, checking into the game.
A lot of young
for Scarlett Crawford.
Yeah, a lot of young ball players on both teams. Hale has it on the inbound. She'll have it out on the right side wing. Finds Henninger on the baseline. Back to Hale. They get her open for a three look, and she drains it.
Good luck. Give her 6 points on the night, Ken.
60-34, Fayetteville on top. Lady Rockets have the basketball. Korsmeyer had it, finds Kaufman baseline. Kaufman picks up her dribble. Goes inside for a turnaround shot by Combs. That's no good. And on the outlet pass, stolen away by Collier for a three. That's no good. And then on the rebound, it goes out of bounds off Fayetteville.
Checking in for Leesburg, number 1, Paisley Stallhut. And also checking back in for Fayetteville, number 10, Ava Baker.
Stick with us for our post-game show brought to you by Willie & Son Trucking. We will talk to head coach Tori Rummel with your ACRMC Family Medicine Coaches Comment Show. We'll also name a Snappy Tomato Pizza player of the game as well. Stallhut into Hale. Hale's going to bring it out. Passes to Stallhut. Now out top, Henninger. Henninger driving the left side of the lane up off the glass. No good. Rebound controlled by the Lady Rockets. Ahead they go to Combs, and Hale gets back to disrupt the layup. A stick back by Waddell is no good. And then the ball's loose. It goes out of bounds off who? Off the Lady Lions?
Yes, we're going to keep it down here with Fayetteville.
30 seconds to go in the ball game. Lady Rockets looking to inbound, and they do underneath. Korsmeyer shot up, no good. Rebound controlled by Cannon. Cannon's going to hand it off to Hale. Down to the final 20 seconds to go in the ball game. Want to remind you this broadcast is for the private use of the C103 audience. Any other use of the descriptions or accounts of this game without the consent of C103 or Good Guys Radio TV is prohibited. Hale with the basketball to Henninger. Back to Hale. Final three-point shot is good. Well, that'll make your final score Fayetteville 60, Fairfield 37. Stick with us for the Willie & Son Trucking post game after this on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
Trying to find a durable new look for your retail office, house, garage, or new barn dominium? Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding has added 2 new profiles within the past year that would make great options. A heavier 26-gauge metal board and batten with several colors to choose from adds a fresh new look to any project regardless of size. Or come in and check out our new options for standing seam. If it's steel roofing and siding, it comes from Higgins. Located in Hillsboro and Jackson, Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding. Family owned and operated since 1958.
Our beliefs matter. They're reflected in our words and actions. At First State Bank, we believe in treating people well, and have since 1884. Listening, caring, looking out for each other. It's what people deserve. It's what a real local bank does. While lots of things have changed over the years, our belief in you hasn't. First State Bank, built on belief.
Snappy Tomato Pizza. Dad, I have way too many people to shop for and not enough time.
Well, how about we take care of your entire list in a snap? We'll just stop by any Snappy Tomato Pizza and pick up some gift cards. We could customize them to the amount you want, and they make the perfect stocking stuffers.
Yeah, Snappy gift cards would be great for my friends, family, and teachers.
Hey, and don't forget your old man.
Well, I guess I know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
Snappy Delivery! Have you heard the roar of the lion?
No, I can't say that we have.
Well, allow me to give you a look into that sacred call.
Please, enlighten us.
The Fairfield Lions rally on the roar, instilling pride and hearts for generations to come.
You don't say.
I do say. From our excellence in sports to our prestige in academics, you couldn't find a prouder crowd.
The Lions must be unbelievable.
You've got that right. Fairfield's ever-expanding programs pave way for prime educational opportunities.
They truly are second to none.
You wouldn't be mistaken there.
Welcome back courtside, ladies and gentlemen, to the Willie & Son Trucking post-game show. Scoring by the quarters, Fayetteville outscoring Fairfield in the first by 1 point, 10-9. Outscored them 22-5 in the second quarter. That's where the damage was really done. So a 17-point advantage in that quarter to give them an 18-point lead at halftime, 32-14. Third quarter, Fayetteville only outscoring Fairfield by 3 in that one, 14-11. That gave them a 21-point lead heading into the fourth and final with the score 46-25. And in the fourth and final, again, Fayetteville wins that quarter, this time only by 2, 14-12. That gives Fayetteville a 23-point advantage in the game with a win of 60-37. That's your final score with Fayetteville winning. We're going to send it back to the studio for another quick message. When we come back, head coach Tori Rummel will join us with the ACRMC Family Medicine Coaches Comment Show right after this on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
The Fairfield Athletic Boosters are proud to sponsor this coverage of the Fairfield Lions. The Athletic Boosters work hard behind the scenes to encourage their teams to do their best. The Lions understand this and are dedicated to doing just that. Congratulations! Your hard work and drive showed through. Whether basketball, volleyball, baseball, or any other sport, the Fairfield Athletic Boosters say good luck, Lions and Lady Lions.
Welcome to Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro, your local Chevrolet dealer for over 50 years. I am Steve Haig, owner, along with my twin daughters, Mindy and Mandy. We operate our family-owned business. We take care of our customers like friends and family. If you need a new Chevrolet or pre-owned vehicle, service, parts, or body shop, think of Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro. Proudly supporting the youth of our community. Stop in today for a great deal. Trade-ins welcome, financing available to qualified buyers.
The newest place for you to grab a coffee or other refreshing beverage is She Brews Coffee in Fayetteville. She Brews Coffee has a wide variety of hot and cold drinks and a refreshing Lotus drink menu featuring plant-based energy. Swing by for breakfast or grab a tasty panini, wrap, or salad during lunch. Follow their Facebook page at She Brews Coffee LLC. There you can check out their new menu and keep up with their specials. Go experience what everyone is raving over. She Brews Coffee in Fayetteville.
Barn and Cabin Friend in Leesburg, Ohio are your friends to call for anything concerning a barn or cabin. From inspections and consultations on antique structure restoration and relocation to custom timber framing and reclamation of old lumber materials. Barn and Cabin Friend also deal in new materials such as bulk pine barn siding and custom timber frame kits up to 20 by 20. Find the Barn and Cabin Friend on Facebook to check out their past projects. Call 937-668-9619 or visit barnandcabinfriend.com.
Welcome back to the Willie & Son Trucking postgame. Joining us, head coach Tori Rummel for your ACRMC Family Medicine Coaches Comment Show. Coach Rummel, your ball club looks exceptional.
Yes, they are doing well. They are working hard and showing up every night, and you just never know. That's the good thing about them. I mean, we go 8 deep, and every night it's somebody new showing up, and they play so well as a team.
You're right. Somebody new. In fact, I'm trying to remember who it was tonight. I want to say that it was Baker.
Yeah,
Baker. Who was above her average. How many points did she have?
She had 7 points. She came off the bench doing real well. Early in the season, she had a concussion, so she was out a few weeks, and we just got her back. So
that explains why her average is low.
Yeah. So she's slow to come back on minutes. Same thing, Lily Kaufman. She had a pinky injury. She's still actually wrapping it, but she had a fracture of her pinky, so she's slow to come back as well. But they do so well off the bench.
Yeah, your team is doing this well, and you're telling me you got players who've just returned.
Yeah, we'll take it.
What a horrible problem to have.
I know, it is hard. I said there's nights I don't know, like I want to start 8 of them, and we've just kind of gone into a rotation so that it's just everybody gets a chance to play off the bench. Everybody gets a chance to start off, and it seems to be going real well for them. They're just such unselfish, just team ball kids, every single one of them, and it's so fun to see. I see it in practice constantly, but to see it, on the floor and come to fruition during games, it's just fun to watch.
Well, and they've got to be an opposing coach's nightmare because you got everybody scoring and you never know who it's going to be and you can't key on anybody.
Yeah, I tell them that all the time, that, there is not one player that you think as an opposing coach, we shut her down and we're good. There's not a Peyton Johnson out there or one of those players that every offense runs through. We don't have that because they're just all so well-rounded defensively and offensively. So I can only imagine what it's like scouting and then kind of coming up with a game plan.
Well, you and I have talked over the last couple of years that you had this team coming. Not that the last couple of years teams were bad by any means. You've had great teams. You've made it all the way to, the district finals?
Yeah.
District finals the last couple of years where you keep hitting that Strasburg buzzsaw.
Yeah.
And you're probably going to see them again this year unless the 7 divisions changes that up.
Yeah, it did change that up. So we won't see Tri-Village and we won't see Fort Loramie. Believe it or not,
Tri-Village.
They are both a division lower than us. If you can fathom that and imagine that talent in a small school like that.
Yeah.
So we won't see them, but there's other giants that we have to get through.
But my point to that was that you've kind of alluded to the fact, and of course I know you've probably had involvement in some of these younger girls because your daughter's one of them.
Oh,
so
yeah. Mm-hmm.
She's only a freshman, so you knew.
She's actually a sophomore.
Oh, okay. Well,
that's
okay. We need to correct that.
I would take her as a freshman. I'd get her one more year. That'd be fun.
But we forgot that we saw her last year.
Yeah.
Anyway, It's interesting that again, you've got this young group of girls to go with the experienced girls that you already have who are so talented as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And Riley, she's not really a vocal leader. She leads on the floor by example, and they're constantly trying to match her hustle. Lily Kaufman, like I said, she's our other senior, and she's coming off of an injury, but that kid she understands the game so well, and she is such a great vocal leader and such a great leader for the team in general. She's constantly keeping the girls going, and
now,
she's so appreciated.
If I've got it right, you've only got 2 juniors, and both of them are starters.
We actually have 3.
All right, who are we missing there?
Lily Collier, Scarlett Crawford, and Ava Baker. Those are all my juniors.
So, yeah, we had Baker as a sophomore as well. So
yeah, and
not,
like I
not
said,
sure
you haven't
exactly how we get this deep in the season and still have this many mistakes on our paperwork, but
she's
we
just
do.
coming back to us, so it's kind of, we're just now seeing her, and you'll get to see lots more of her. So yeah.
Well, Coach, well-played game tonight.
Thank you.
By the way, I want to mention, Ryan and I talked about it, Fairfield does not look like a team that has yet to get a win. I'm not sure how that happens.
Yeah.
They are not a bad ball club.
No,
but
not at all.
Some reason they have not been able to get a W yet this year. I think that they are going to get one before too long.
Yeah. Coach Blue does a good job with them, and 33, she works real hard on the inside. You can tell that they're working well with her in the post, and she's young. I want to say she's a sophomore?
We've got her as a sophomore, but the accuracy level I'm a little worried. So
I'm going to trust you because I think that's what I have too.
Yeah.
But she's got good shooters out there too. Yeah, they got some good shooters out there as well.
So, again, congratulations on the win tonight. Who you got coming up next? I did not look at that.
We play Peebles on Thursday. We called it our away tour. We're on our world tour right now. I think we got, 4 games in a row on the road. We play here, and then Thursday we play at Peebles, and then the Brown County Holiday Tournament, which is held at Western Brown. We'll see Georgetown first, and then see whoever wins between Eastern and Western, both great ball clubs. So it's always a battle.
Yeah, just one more game before Christmas break, and then the Brown County Holiday Tournament. Well, good luck against Peebles. Again, you're at Peebles. I've seen them in just one game. Another ball club that I would say is better than their record shows.
Yeah, I think we've got a few of those out there. I think West Union's doing fantastic. White Oak's doing good with what they have. They don't have a whole lot, but they're small but mighty situation with them.
Several of our teams are not very deep this year, for sure. No doubt about it, but still playing very well. I mean, look at North Adams. He's only playing, 8 players, I think. So,
any night it could be anybody's game. So.
Yeah. Well, Coach, good luck, and have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you. You too. Merry Christmas to everybody.
Head Coach Tori Rummel for your ACRMC Family Medicine Coaches Comment Show. We'll take a quick break and be back with more of the Willie & Son Trucking post game. We'll look at stats and name a Snappy Tomato Pizza player of the game right after this.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
The holidays. For many of us, they can be the happiest time of the year. But it's easy to get caught up in the craziness. As you scramble through your holiday list, don't forget the families who are struggling and the kids who don't have enough to eat. Your gift helps deliver food and resources to children and families who need them. So make a difference this year and put kids who need help on your holiday list. Giving feels good.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or ladder kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
Trying to find a durable new look for your retail office, house, garage, or new barn dominium? Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding has added 2 new profiles within the past year that would make great options. A heavier 26-gauge metal board and batten with several colors to choose from adds a fresh new look to any project regardless of size. Or come in and check out our new options for standing seam. If it's steel roofing and siding, it comes from Higgins. Located in Hillsboro and Jackson, Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding. Family owned and operated since 1958.
Our beliefs matter. They're reflected in our words and actions. At First State Bank, we believe in treating people well and have since 1884. Listening, caring, looking out for each other. It's what people deserve. It's what a real local bank does. While lots of things have changed over the years, our belief in you hasn't. First State Bank, built on belief.
Ryan, you got some stats for us before we get to that snappy tomato pizza player of the game?
Yeah, let's go to some stats here. On the short end tonight, and I think as you alluded to a couple times, definitely plays like a team that's had a couple wins. And those Lady Lions, I mean, worked hard, a lot of good shots. You know, we got into that third quarter and some good looks. The whole second half, I will say one thing real quick, is Leesburg had some good looks. It just wasn't falling over some taller athletic girls in places. But in that second half, they was 4 for 11 in that third quarter and 0 for 6 in that fourth. And I think the legs got out from under them a little bit, and they finished up the half at 25%. But for the game, Fairfield was 9 for 30 from the field at 30%. Now beyond the arc in the fourth quarter, 3 big threes, one to start the quarter, and in that second half they was 3 for 8. But for the game, they was 5 for 16 from beyond the arc at 31%.
Not bad.
No, 5 for 8 from the free throw line at 62%. And some scoring, Isabel Hale hit those 3 threes, ending up with 9 points. Jaden Drury off the bench with 2 points. Riley Quickle with 8 points. Cassie Miller was with 5 points. She was 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Vivian Henniger with 5 big points in the first half and had that blood on her there in the second half. I don't know if that took her out of the game a little bit or not, but she kind of lost some of her composure there for a little bit, what worked extremely hard. The freshman off the bench, number 23, Addison Cannon, she ended up with 4 points off the bench. A good-looking young athlete for Coach Blue, and that's rounding out the Leesburg scoring at 37 points.
All right, let's look at Fayetteville, and then we'll take a break before we come back and name our snappy tomato pizza player of the game.
Yeah, Fayetteville, as we mentioned in that first half, was 13 for 29 from 2, and they was 2 for 8 from beyond the arc at 25%. A little slow third quarter from behind the arc. They was 1 for 4 at 25%, but they was 5 for 8, very efficient from 2-point in that third quarter at 62%.
You can't argue with that.
No, and in that second half, they ended up 8 for 20 from 2, 3 for 40%, 3 for 8 at 38%, giving them in the game 21 for 49 at 43%, and beyond the arc 4 for 16 at 25%. I think Coach Blue will be kind of a little bit happy with this stat. 9 for 13 at 70%. Here early on, they're only a 53% free throw shooter.
You mean Coach Rummel?
Coach Rummel, yeah. Excuse me. Yes, Coach Rummel will be happy with that a little bit.
Yeah, you're 70% at the free throw line.
Yeah, and only 9 turnovers. Really took care of the ball pretty well there.
Yes.
Did the Lady Rockets.
Yep.
You want to hear about some individual scoring?
Let's do it.
As you said at halftime, 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 girls into the scoring column, and 8 girls stayed into the scoring column that second half. Lily Carter, she had 4 points. She did not attempt a free throw tonight. Aubrey Barber, she was 0 for 2 from the line with 8 points. Ava Baker ended up tonight with 7 points. She averages 5.6, so a couple points over her average. Miss Kleemeyer started out with 4 points in the first half, averaging 13, and she ended up the night with a big, strong 14 points. And I had her down unofficially for about 3 shots, but she definitely changed a lot of shots in there. That young lady was 2 for 2 from the free throw line.
Blocks?
Yes, blocks.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
Kleemeyer.
And she got banged around a little bit, too.
Yeah, she did. It's pretty good in interior post play tonight by both teams. Scarlett Crawford, I have got her down for 6 points, 3 for 4. I know there was just a little point discrepancy they was discussing here at halftime and after the game on a free throw attempt. But Miss Christina Murphy ended up the game with 5 points. She was 1 for 2. And Lily Coffin had 2 points on the night with no free throw attempts. But going back up here to the top of the page, a young lady that I thought got going pretty good early. She had a lot of assists. She's averaging 4.6 assists on the night. And from the free throw line, she was 3 for 3 from the free throw line and hit some big shots off the dribble, off the three. And I was wondering there for a minute if she was going to miss a shot, but she finally missed a baseline runner there. But Miss Kara Rummel rounded out the scoring with 15 points on the night for Fairfield.
All right, let's take one final break. We'll be back with our Snappy Tomato Pizza player of the game right after this on the Willie & Son Trucking postgame.
Snappy Tomato Pizza. Dad, I have way too many people to shop for and not enough time.
Well, how about we take care of your entire list in a snap? We'll just stop by any Snappy Tomato Pizza and pick up some gift cards. We could customize them to the amount you want, and they make the perfect stocking stuffers.
Yeah, Snappy gift cards would be great for my friends, family, and teachers.
Hey, and don't forget your old man.
Well, I guess I know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
Snappy Delivery! Have you heard the roar of the lion?
No, I can't say that we have.
Well, allow me to give you a look into that sacred call.
Please, enlighten us.
The Fairfield Lions rally on the roar, instilling pride and hearts for generations to come.
You don't say.
I do say. From our excellence in sports to our prestige in academics, you couldn't find a prouder crowd.
The Lions must be unbelievable.
You've got that right. Fairfield's ever-expanding programs pave way for prime educational opportunities.
They truly are second to none.
You wouldn't be mistaken there.
Welcome back to the Willie & Son Trucking postgame. It's time to name that Snappy Tomato Pizza player of the game. Ryan, who you got?
Well, definitely 2 girls. One had a very, very big first half and was very consistent. And then another young lady on the team just really kind of dominated in the post the second time. And I think this Fayetteville team's a unique team. You know, if you look at the scoring, they almost got 4 girls that's in double digits night in and night out. And they share the ball well. They pass it around. And boy, do they find each other really, really good in transition. But tonight, I think a young lady who was 3 for 3 from a free throw line. And I still remember a pass she made there in the third quarter was just under the baseline, almost like a no-look pass. She leads the team in assists. She really distributes the ball very well. But young lady had 15 points tonight, Miss Kara Rummel. is going to be your snappy tomato player of the game.
And only averages 5.6.
Correct. She's definitely one you want her on the team. She's going to get you the ball. And tonight she felt it a little bit. Like I said there for a little bit, I was like, wow, this girl is feeling it in that second quarter. And but yeah, congratulations, Miss Kara Rummel.
So Kara Rummel is our Snappy Tomato Pizza player of the game, and congratulations to the Fayetteville Lady Rockets as, again, they come out on top. Your final score, 60-37 in this one. Well, you can probably still catch a little bit of the game on our sister station, 99.5 The Edge. Over there, we've got Don Bowles covering North Adams and Lynchburg, if I can get to my schedule fast enough. Yeah, North Adams and Lynchburg on 99.5 The Edge. And then coming up tomorrow night, Fairfield at Peebles on C103, Eastern at Lynchburg on C103, and North Adams at White Oak on 99.5 The Edge. And those are all boys' games. So that will do it for tonight. We want to thank Bethany for engineering everything back in the studio for us here tonight on C103. Again, Miss Bethany Gibson, our producer. Also, Brandon Rigdon producing everything for us tonight on Good Guys Radio TV. And, of course, for Ryan Dotson, I'm Ken Smith. Thanks for listening to Shack Basketball.